Welcome into Water Break Wednesday, presented by Crown Royal. I'm DP Sidhu, and joining me today, M.J. Stewart.
Yes.
Welcome in. I don't think you've ever been in here.
Nah, this is my first time.
First time answering fan questions, so this should be a lot of fun. You've had a couple of fun weeks yourself out there on special teams. So in case you don't remember, I don't know how you could forget, kickoff return, you punched the ball out of DeAndre Carter's hands. Week before, 4th and 1. That was you that got the direct snap. I mean, what a couple of weeks for special teams you've had.
Yeah, it's been really fun. You know, Frank dials it up every week, you know what I mean? And it's like the flavor of the week. So I'm always excited, you know, come Wednesday to see what we got for the week.
I'm excited too. And this Sunday, you're going to take on the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So send in your fan questions. They can be about football. They can be about life. They can be about whatever you want. So let's get into some of the questions. Jordan wants to know, what's your favorite sport besides football?
I'm a basketball guy.
Basketball. Okay.
And I was always really big into basketball until I, noticed everybody else was getting taller and I was staying the same height.
So, did you play competitive basketball like in school?
Yeah, I played varsity. I played AAU until I was like maybe 17, I think.
All right. So if you were taller, do you think you would have stuck with basketball, or you would have probably picked football?
I probably still would have picked football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Football is your first love.
Love it.
Sports-wise. All right, I love it. Let's see. Javi wants to know, who were the players you looked up to as a kid? And I'm assuming he means football players.
To be completely honest, I really didn't even really watch NFL football like that until I got older.
Okay.
But then when I started to, Micah Hyde was actually one of my people I looked up to. I just liked how he was versatile. It kind of, reminded myself of me. I seen a little bit of me in him. So it was like he was kind of one of those guys that I, looked up to.
Is there anybody in the league right now that you like? I like what he's doing. I'm watching his film.
It's a bunch of guys. A lot of them are my friends too. Like like Jesse Bates. I love the way he plays, the way he flies around. Derwin James. We just played him. He's a great player.
Right.
It's a lot of guys. It's too many to name, like in our time here. So
right, a lot of talent out there. I love that you've got friends in the league. Where do you have friends from high school, college that are playing former teams?
I train with a lot of them. You know what I mean? So we just connect when we do all season training down in Florida.
Oh, okay. I like it. All right. Taylor wants to know, what advice did you give Jalen Petrie and Derek Stingley, both rookies in the secondary? You've been in the league, 5 years?
Yes.
This is year number 5. So do those guys come to you for advice? Do they watch what you do? What sort of leader are you when it comes to talking to rookies?
I try not to overstep. I let everybody play, how they play. And if I see something or they ask me, I will give my 2 cents. But, everybody has their own playing style, so it's kind of hard to tell somebody how to play if they don't play like you know what I mean? You're
not like a big rah-rah, vocal leader. You just sort of more quiet under the radar.
Yeah, I only talk when I feel like I need to.
When you need to.
Yeah.
All right. Sometimes that's kind of nice, too. You don't want someone just always.
I want it to be short but impactful, what I mean?
I like it. All right, Jonathan wants to know, what do you do in your free time?
I'm a big Netflix guy.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. You're talking my language.
I also take my dog to the dog park.
Also my language.
Doggy
all right.
dad.
What type of dog?
I have a Jack Russell.
Okay, a Jack Russell. And how old?
He's 6.
He's 6. What's his name?
Quavo, like the Migos Quavo.
Oh, like you need to get 2 more.
So crazy story. So in college, I had 3 roommates, and we all 3 of us got dogs, and we named them after the Migos.
After the Migos? Oh my gosh.
I'm the only one who still has my dog though.
Oh, that's really sad.
Yeah, I know.
Well, maybe you should get 2 more dogs, or I guess it's gonna be a constant reminder to them that the dogs are not around. Very cool. And then Netflix. What are your Netflix recommendations right now? What are you watching?
Right now, I just finished the Jeffrey Dahmer thing. It's really,
you are like the second player that's told me that.
It was really creepy, but it was interesting. I like to know how people think. You know what I mean? It's crazy that people think that way, but it's like what drives them or what motivated them to think that way and how they grew up is something that's interesting to me.
Interesting, but then can you go right to sleep when you watch something like that? When I watch something like that, I got to watch something else to sort of cleanse my brain.
Nah, I sleep like a baby. I sleep like a baby right after that.
Oh, wow. No, I would have to recheck all the doors and then turn all the lights on, and then I'd go to sleep. All right, speaking of that, what goes through your mind? What was going through your mind Sunday during the forced fumble? Brandon wants to know this.
We just needed to play, and it was crazy. Right before that happened in the huddle, you know, all of us was like, oh, I'm going to make the play. No, I'm going to make the play. No, I'm going to make the play. You know what I mean? So everybody had that mentality in their head. And I think that's why we're going to end up being like a good unit for this team.
All right, and then it seemed like during that play you did not really know that the fumble had been forced. You knew you got your hand on the ball, and then Jalen Reeves-Maybin got a hold on it, and then there was like a second wave of excitement. Like, how excited were you for that?
Yeah, like you said, I really didn't know at first because it like landed like under his leg. Like I knew I had my hand on the ball, but I didn't know it came out.
You didn't know you had punched it out.
Yeah, and it kind of landed under his leg. But then when we got it, and I turned around and everybody running on the field, I'm like, at first I was like, what's happening? And then somebody came up to me and like, oh, you got the ball out. And I was like, shoot, let me turn up some more there. Yeah, I got a forced fumble.
Okay, what about, I got to know what Frank Ross, the special teams coordinator for the Texans, what was his reaction?
He was hyped. He was hyped. When I see him
He's
on the sideline.
excited like just all the time.
Yeah.
So when you make a play like that, did what happened when you went over to the sideline? Did he talk to you?
I mean, it's so much emotion, so much momentum, so much energy. It's like, it's hard to talk when you you know, you hear everybody just scream, scream, high-fiving, jumping up and down. Like, that's just the energy that was there.
Yeah. So he brings so much energy to special teams.
Right.
He actually said during your 4th and 1 that you converted at Chicago, I think someone asked him in one of the media press conferences, who was more excited, you or Lovie Smith? And he said, well, did you see my vertical during that? I guess he like jumps, he shot straight up in the air. So Frank Ross, very excited for what special teams has been doing. All right, Christian in Germany, our good friend, wants to know, what's your game day routine? Favorite food, favorite songs? What is your game
all
day
depends what time we play.
Okay.
Like on our normal game.
Okay, so Sunday noon game, 1 in Jacksonville because they're on Eastern time. Like, what would you eat for breakfast? Because that's like a normal breakfast
I eat like 2 eggs, probably like 2 scoops of oatmeal.
Okay.
And then I'll come here. You know, I come here, you know, get dressed or whatever. But I really don't put my headphones on until I get here. Before I probably listen to like some gospel or some R&B. But then when I hit the locker room and get changed, then I turn on my pregame music.
Is that like a more hype playlist, or do you still keep it sort of chill?
It's still pretty hype.
Yeah.
But then, like, you know, once we come in from warm-ups, like right before the game, it gets like intense. Like that's when that's when
your real playlist kicks in.
Yeah, that's when that like get ready for the game type playlist.
Are you superstitious?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
What has to be the same for you?
Just routine. It's just a routine. I can make, you know, slight variations, but I kind of want to do the same thing every week.
All right. Well, we wish you best of luck on Sunday as you head to Jacksonville. This is M.J. Stewart, everyone. Thanks so much for the time, M.J. Looking for some other big plays for you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. That's going to do it for Water Break Wednesday, presented by Crown Royal. Thank you so much for watching. Check out this guy on Sunday, 12 noon, CBS Sports Radio 610. Thanks for watching.
Remember,
Texans.
hoodie season.
Hoodie season.